Hi, I'm Victoria Porter, and I'm going to show you one of my favorite desserts to make, which are brownies. So the first thing you're going to need is a box of brownie mix, doesn't matter what kind. Then you're going to need a measuring cup, a big bowl to mix it in, a tablespoon, 2 eggs, Pam cooking spray, vegetable oil, in a pan. It doesn't matter the size, there's always different instructions for different size pans. And then you're going to need a fork to mix it. First thing you're going to do is you're going to preheat the oven, which I've already done. And then the next thing you're going to do is cut open the brownie mix. And you're going to pour it into the bowl. Alright. Next thing it says to do is to put 3 tablespoons of water. So I just put the water in here so it's easier to see. That's 3. And then we're going to need 2 eggs. There's 1. And there's 2. So I'm just going to mix this a little bit with the fork. As you can see, it's a little bit powdery to start. And then once you get both of those things in there, it gets a little bit thicker. And then it calls for a half a cup of vegetable oil. Now we're gonna put that in there. And then we're just gonna mix it all together. So the vegetable oil is the one thing that makes it super thick, or at least mix all together. So I'm using a fork so it better mixes together. You're just gonna keep scraping the sides, scrape from the bottom up, everything so that you get all of the powdery stuff to turn into a nice liquidy brown. So you keep stirring until all that powder is gone. And when you're doing this, you wanna make sure to go both ways, not always going one way. And then you wanna scrape the sides, scrape from the bottom up. Just keep always doing different things to make sure that you get all of the brownie mix mixed in. And then once you have the brownie mix all mixed, you're gonna take the Pam cooking spray and you're gonna take your pan. I usually do this over the sink so it doesn't spray everywhere, but I'm just gonna do it right here. So you just wanna go lightly through it, not too much so that you don't have excess grease when you're trying to make your brownies. So the next step you're gonna do is you're gonna just dump the brownie mix into your pan, trying to spread it out as much as you can so that you don't have super thick brownies in one spot and super thin brownies in another. And I'm just gonna keep using the fork right now to scrape out. And then once I get the most I can with the fork, then I'm going to use a spoon to get the bottom of the bowl because it's very hard to get with a fork. You just keep scraping it all out. Alright, so I got all I could with the fork. So now I'm going to go to the spoon. And some of the spots don't have as much, so I'm going to just keep spreading it out. And then once you have it all spread out as you can, then you're going to put it in the oven, which is already preheated. And then once the brownie mix comes out, you're going to test it. I always set it for the lowest time I can to make sure that I don't burn the brownies. And then to test them, I'm just going to take a toothpick, and what you're going to do is you're going to stick it in, and then as you can see, obviously they're not baked, but you can see that has some brownie on it, and if it's like that when it comes out, you don't want that, so you're going to put it back in the oven, and then once the toothpick comes out clean, it's going to be all done, your brownies are already done.